Welcome to Lies of the Orange Era. So let's start with the appetizer before we get to the main course of constitutional corruption. Donald Trump has been selling digital trading cards of himself as a superhero for 2 years now. And here's the beautiful part. Apparently these started as Sylvester Stallone pictures that they just copied over when Rocky backed out. So we went from Eye of the Tiger to Eye of whatever the hell this is. 4 different drops. 4. Each one more ridiculous than the last. Trump as Superman, Trump as a cowboy, Trump raising his hands in victory with the body of someone who's actually seen a gym. And people bought these. They bought these. $99 each for pictures of a man who thinks exercise depletes your finite life battery. But here's what we didn't know then. This wasn't just pathetic merchandising. This was practice. Because while we were laughing at superhero Donald, the Trump family was learning something very important. People will literally buy anything if he slaps his face on it. And that gave them a very, very dangerous idea. Now let's talk about the supporting cast in this constitutional crisis. Don Jr. and Eric, the Tweedledee and Tweedledum of generational wealth transfer. Jr.'s out here tweeting about diamond hands and hodl, like he just discovered Bitcoin yesterday, when he really discovered it the same way he discovered everything else. Daddy told him it makes money. And Eric's the one who said it, and I quote, "This is the future of finance." Eric Trump said that about cryptocurrency. And this is the same Eric who probably thinks Venmo is a type of Italian coffee. But here's the thing. They're not stupid. There's something much worse. They're learning. First, it was NFTs, then it was World Liberty Financial, then meme coins. Each one bigger, each one bolder, each one closer to, holy shit, this is just bribery with extra steps. And the beautiful part, they're doing it all in broad daylight. Because apparently, when your dad is the president, the line between business venture and selling access to the Oval Office is more of a suggestion. Which brings us to the main event, World Liberty Financial. Doesn't that sound legitimate? It's like calling a Ponzi scheme definitely not a Ponzi scheme financial services. Here's how it works. The Trump family now has a claim on 75% of net revenues from token sales and 60% from World Liberty operations once the core business gets going. 75%. That's not a business partnership. That's a protection racket with a blockchain. But wait, it gets worse. And World Liberty said it sold 550 million in tokens, which means the Trump family is currently entitled to about 400 million in fees. $400 million from a crypto project while Donald is president. And let me just let that marinate for a second. The president of the United States is taking home nearly $500 million from a cryptocurrency venture that people are buying specifically because he's president. I'm no constitutional scholar, but I'm pretty sure there's a word for it when people give money to politicians in exchange for access and influence. Actually, I take that back. I know exactly what that word is. It's Tuesday in the Trump administration. But World Liberty Financial was just the opening act, because then came the meme coin, the literal Trump token, which of course that's what it's called. Here's the beautiful part. 80% of the Trump meme coin supply is allocated for insiders, including the Trump-owned CIC Digital LLC. 80%. So while 58 crypto wallets have made millions on Trump's meme coin, guess how many lost money? 674,000. Let me translate that from a crypto bro to a human. Donald Trump and his 57 buddies got rich while 750,000 people got robbed. This is the same pattern at his casinos, his university, his garbage steaks, his vodka. Take money from working people, deliver nothing, and then blame it on the market. Except now, he's not just bankrupting small business and retirees, he's doing it as the President of the United States. The Senate's Permanent Subcommittee on Investigations is now formally investigating whether this constitutes a direct conflict of interest. What the fuck do you guys need the investigation for? Which is like investigating whether water is wet, but at least someone is paying attention. Because, fun fact, the Constitution has this little thing called the Emoluments Clause that says presidents can't take money from foreign governments or, you know what, never mind. Apparently, the Constitution is more of a guideline now. Oh, but we're not done because it gets so much worse. Remember that private jet from Qatar? The one that just happened to show up around the same time people were buying these tokens? It's a funny thing about timing. Just before Donald Trump's inauguration, crypto investor Mike Dudas bought more than 145,000 worth of tokens from Liberty Financial. Just before the inauguration. What a coincidence. And then there are the $1 million seats at the table. Because apparently democracy is now a dinner theater, and your ticket price determines how close you get to sit to the show. Buy enough tokens, get a meeting. Buy enough NFTs, get access. Buy enough meme coins, get policy influence. This isn't even subtle corruption. This is corruption with a newsletter and a customer service line. Hello, Bribery Incorporated, how can we influence your democracy today? And here's the kicker. The token promoted by Trump and all three of his sons went on sale just weeks before the 2024 election, often to offshore buyers. So foreign money is flowing into the president's personal crypto projects, and we're all just, what? Pretending this is normal and that this is how democracy works now? And just when you think it can't get worse, enter the Emiratis. An Emirati-backed firm's $2 billion deal with Trump-backed crypto firm World Liberty Financial is threatening the Bipartisan Genius Act. $2 billion. From a country that coincidentally has a lot of opinions about American foreign policy in the Middle East. And this deal is so obviously problematic that it is threatening bipartisan legislation. So you know how corrupt something has to be to make Republicans and Democrats agree that it's corrupt? It has to be foreign government writes massive check to sitting president's family business while he's making foreign policy levels of corrupt, which coincidentally is exactly what this is. But here's my favorite part. Trump and his family members own a 60% stake in the company that just got $2 billion from the UAE. So let's do the math. 60% of $2 billion is, well, enough to make the founding fathers rise from their graves and personally strangle everyone involved. And George Washington, he was the first one, literally warned us about foreign entanglements, and here we are with the president's family business getting billions from foreign governments. It's like they used the farewell address as a to-do list. So here we are, the grand finale. The president holds 80% of Trump meme coin supply, and at some point, some beautiful, inevitable point, he's going to dump it all. It's the greatest rug pull in American history, and it's being orchestrated by the President of the United States. The same man who campaigned on bringing jobs back is literally stealing retirement funds through cryptocurrency manipulation. And the beautiful irony, the people losing money are probably the same ones who voted for him because he understands business. Well, he understands one kind of business, the kind where he gets rich and everyone else gets robbed. This is the pattern. It's always been the pattern. Trump University, Trump Stakes, Trump Casino, Trump Crypto. Take money from working people, deliver nothing, blame the system, and walk away richer. Except now, it's not just walking away from a casino or a fake university. He's going to be walking away from the presidency and the American people, with billions in crypto profits from foreign governments. And we're all just watching it happen because apparently it's Trump first, America last. Welcome to the United States of cryptocurrency, where the democracy is just another token to be pumped and dumped. The only question left is when the rug gets pulled, will there be anything left of the country underneath? This has been Lies of the Orange Era. Like, subscribe so we can expose all this bullshit.